In the landscape of contemporary musical theater, few productions have managed to capture the raw authenticity and emotional intimacy of everyday human connection, quite like Once. This remarkable musical has redefined what a Broadway musical can be, proving that sometimes the most powerful stories are found not in grand spectacle, but in the quiet moments between two people. The story of Once begins in Dublin, Ireland, with filmmaker John Carney's vision of creating an authentic musical film that would feel genuine rather than artificial. Carney, who had previously worked as a musician himself, was determined to avoid the traditional Hollywood musical format. The original 2007 film, Once, starring Glenn Hansard and Markéta Irglova, was shot on a modest budget of approximately $150,000 over the course of 17 days in Dublin. Despite its humble production values, the film resonated with audiences and critics alike, earning widespread acclaim for its authentic portrayal of two musicians. The film's success was cemented when Hansard and Irglova's song, Falling Slowly, won the Academy Award for Best Original Song in 2008. The composers delivered one of the most genuine and heartfelt acceptance speeches in Oscar history. The film's success naturally led to discussions about adapting it for the stage, but this presented unique challenges. How could the intimate, naturalistic quality of the film be translated to a theatrical medium? The theatrical adaptation was undertaken by playwright Enda Walsh, working closely with directors John Tiffany and Stephen Hoggett. One of the most significant innovations in the stage adaptation was the decision to have the actors serve as both performers and musicians. Rather than having an orchestra hidden in a pit, the cast members play their own instruments throughout the show, creating music together on stage in real time. The creative team made the bold decision to transform the theater space itself into an extension of the story's world. Once invites audience members onto the stage before the show begins, where they can order drinks and mingle with cast members who remain in character. The music of Once represents a distinctive blend of traditional Irish folk music, contemporary singer-songwriter sensibilities, and theatrical composition. Glenn Hansard brings his background as the lead singer of the Irish band The Frames to the project, infusing the score with authenticity that comes from lived experience. One of the most striking aspects of the show's musical approach is how songs emerge naturally from the narrative. Characters don't suddenly break into song for no apparent reason. Instead, music arises from their need to communicate emotions that cannot be expressed through speech alone. Guy, a Dublin street musician and vacuum repair shop worker, represents the struggling artist archetype, but without the usual romantic glorification. He is genuinely talented, but also genuinely stuck, both creatively and emotionally, isolated and somewhat bitter following the end of a romantic relationship. Girl, a Czech immigrant and pianist, brings a different energy to the story. She is practical, yet passionate, focused on survival and family responsibility. Her character represents the immigrant experience, the challenges of cultural adaptation, and the ways in which music can serve as a universal language. Since its premiere, Once has garnered extraordinary critical acclaim and numerous prestigious awards. The Broadway production won 8 Tony Awards in 2012, including Best Musical, Best Actor, Best Actress, Best Director, Best Choreography, and Best Orchestrations. The staging of Once represents a revolutionary approach to musical theater design and direction, creating impact through simplicity, authenticity, and intimate human connection. Rather than flashy theatrical effects, the lighting tends to be naturalistic, creating the warm, amber glow of a Dublin pub. The influence of Once on contemporary musical theater has been significant, encouraging other productions to explore more naturalistic approaches to staging and performance. The show has demonstrated that audiences are hungry for authentic emotional experiences in theater. Following its success on Broadway, Once has been produced in numerous countries around the world, each production bringing its own cultural perspective to the universal themes. Productions in countries such as Australia, Japan, and throughout Europe have demonstrated the universality of the story's themes. The experience of immigration, the role of music in cultural identity, and the challenges of artistic creation resonate differently but powerfully across various national contexts. Each international production has had to grapple with maintaining the show's essential intimacy while adapting to different theater spaces and cultural expectations. More than a decade after its original film debut, Once continues to be produced regularly around the world, testament to its enduring appeal and relevance. The musical's themes of authentic human connection and the transformative power of art feel particularly resonant in an era of increasing digital communication. The show's influence can be seen in the increasing number of musicals that prioritize emotional authenticity over spectacle, that feature actors playing their own instruments. Productions like Come From Away and The Band's Visit show clear influence from Once in their commitment to finding the extraordinary within the ordinary. Once represents a watershed moment in contemporary musical theater, proving that the most powerful theatrical experiences often emerge from the simplest and most authentic human interactions. Through its innovative staging, heartfelt performances, and commitment to genuine emotional truth, the musical has created a new template for musical theater. The enduring success of Once demonstrates that audiences hunger for authentic artistic experiences that speak to fundamental human needs for connection, understanding, and creative expression. In an increasingly complex world, the musical's message that two people can find each other through shared music making feels both timely and timeless. As musical theater continues to evolve, Once stands as an example of how innovation can emerge from a deep understanding of human nature and commitment to artistic authenticity. In a world often characterized by division and misunderstanding, Once offers a reminder of music's power to create bridges between different worlds and to reveal the common humanity that connects us all.